students. Welcome back to BioDecode, where biology is decoded into simple, meaningful concepts. This is your trusted audio guide for learning biology the smart and effective way. You're listening to the NCERT Class 11 Biology Audiobook, Chapter 5, Morphology of Flowering Plants, Exercise Solutions and Key Questions. If you haven't yet listened to the full Chapter 5 audiobook on Morphology of Flowering Plants, we recommend starting there first. That episode takes you through every key idea, from root and stem structures to leaves, flowers, and inflorescence patterns, highlighting the remarkable diversity and adaptations of angiosperms. In this episode, we'll go step by step through the NCERT exercise solutions for morphology of flowering plants, followed by additional important questions designed to strengthen your understanding for both school exams and NEET preparation. Each answer is explained clearly using examples and descriptive detail, just the way you need it for easy listening, quick revision, and long-term retention. So plug in your earphones, focus your mind, and let's begin exploring the fascinating structures of flowering plants, from roots and leaves to flowers and seeds. This is BioDecode, and you're listening to Chapter 5, Morphology of Flowering Plants, Exercise Solutions and Key Questions. Question 1. How is a pinnately compound leaf different from a palmately compound leaf? Answer. Pinnately compound leaf has leaflets arranged along a central axis called the rachis, resembling a feather. Examples include rose and neem. In contrast, a palmately compound leaf has all the leaflets radiating from a single point at the tip of the petiole, resembling the fingers of a hand, as seen in cotton or silk cotton. Second, in pinnate leaves, leaflets are usually attached in pairs along the rachis, whereas in palmate leaves, all leaflets arise from a common central point. Third, differences influence the leaf's photosynthetic efficiency and mechanical flexibility, showing how plants adapt their foliage to environmental conditions. Question 2. Explain with suitable examples the different types of phyllotaxy. Answer. Phyllotaxy refers to the arrangement of leaves on a stem, which helps optimize light capture. In alternate phyllotaxy, a single leaf arises at each node alternately along the stem, as seen in China rose. In opposite phyllotaxy, two leaves arise opposite each other at the same node, as in guava. In whorled phyllotaxy, more than two leaves emerge from a single node, forming a circular arrangement around the stem, as seen in Alstonia. Second, these arrangements prevent self-shading, ensure effective photosynthesis, and are a key morphological feature used in plant identification. Question 3. Define the following terms: estivation, placentation, zygomorphic, epipetalous stamen, superior ovary, actinomorphic, perigynous flower. Answer. Estivation is the arrangement of sepals or petals in a floral bud before it opens, influencing how a flower blooms. Second, placentation refers to the arrangement of ovules within the ovary, which affects fertilization and seed development. Third, zygomorphic flowers are bilaterally symmetrical, meaning they can be divided into two equal halves along only one plane. Fourth, an epipetalous stamen is a stamen that is attached to the petals rather than directly to the floral axis. Fifth, the superior ovary is positioned above the attachment of other floral parts. Sixth, actinomorphic flowers are radially symmetrical, so they can be divided into equal halves along multiple planes. Finally, a perigynous flower has a hypanthium, a cup-like structure in which the ovary is partially enclosed while other floral parts arise around it. Question 4. Differentiate between racemose and cymose inflorescence, and also differentiate between apocarpous and syncarpous ovary. Answer. Difference between racemose and cymose inflorescence. In racemose inflorescence, the main axis continues to grow indefinitely, and flowers develop laterally in an acropetal sequence, meaning the oldest flowers are at the base and the youngest at the tip, as in mustard or radish. Second, in cymose inflorescence, the main axis terminates in a flower, and further growth occurs through lateral branches, producing a basipetal sequence, where the oldest flower is at the top or center, as in sunflower or hibiscus. Third, the distinction lies in the pattern of flower maturation and the growth of the floral axis. Difference between apocarpus and syncarpus ovary. An apocarpus ovary consists of two or more carpels that are free and not fused together, as in ranunculus. In contrast, syncarpus ovary is formed when two or more carpels fuse completely or partially, creating a single compound ovary, as seen in tomato or solanum. Second, syncarpus ovaries often allow more complex placentation and seed arrangement compared to apocarpus ovaries. Third, this distinction is significant in understanding flower morphology and reproductive biology. Question 5. Draw the labeled diagram of a gram seed and VS of maize seed. Answer. Gram seed, dicot, shows two cotyledons, an embryo axis comprising the radicle and plumule, and a seed coat. The cotyledons store food that nourishes the developing seedling. Second, the maize seed, a monocot, has a single cotyledon called the scutellum, along with a radicle, plumule, and a substantial endosperm providing nutrition. Third, both diagrams illustrate the structural adaptations of seeds for successful germination and early growth. Question 6. Take one flower of the family Solanaceae and write its semi-technical description. Also draw their floral diagram. Answer. The flower of the Solanaceae family, such as Solanum nigrum, is bisexual and actinomorphic, meaning it has both male and female organs and radial symmetry. Second, the calyx consists of 5 fused sepals, while the corolla has 5 fused petals with valvate estivation. Third, the androecium has 5 stamens that are epipetalous, and the gynoecium is bicarpellary and syncarpous, with a superior ovary and axile placentation. Fourth, the fruit is typically a berry, containing many seeds. Finally, the floral diagram represents all these features schematically, showing the arrangement, number, and fusion of floral parts. Question 7. Describe the various types of placentation found in flowering plants. Answer. Marginal placentation occurs when ovules are attached along the margin of a single carpel, as in P. Second, axile placentation involves ovules attached to a central column in a multicarpellary, syncarpous ovary, as seen in tomato. Third, parietal placentation has ovules on the inner wall of the ovary, pickle of mustard. Fourth, precentral placentation involves ovules attached to a central axis without connection to ovary walls, as in dianthus. Finally, basal placentation has a single ovule attached at the base of the ovary, as in sunflower. Each type influences seed arrangement and fruit development. Question 8. What is a flower? Describe the parts of a typical angiosperm flower. Answer. The flower is a modified shoot specialized for reproduction, usually consisting of 4 main whorls. Second, the calyx is the outermost whorl of sepals, protecting the floral bud. Third, the corolla, consisting of petals, often attracts pollinators. Fourth, the androecium comprises stamens, the male reproductive organs producing pollen. Fifth, the gynoecium consists of carpels, the female reproductive organs, including the ovary, style, and stigma. Sixth, the pedicel supports the flower, connecting it to the stem. Together, these parts coordinate to ensure fertilization and the formation of seeds and fruits. Question 9. Define the term inflorescence. Explain the basis for the different types of inflorescence in flowering plants. Answer. Inflorescence refers to the arrangement of flowers on a floral axis. Second, the basis of classification depends on the growth pattern of the main axis and the order of flower development. In racemose inflorescence, the main axis continues to grow, and flowers are arranged acropetally. In cymose inflorescence, the main axis ends in a flower, and subsequent flowers develop from lateral buds, producing basipetal maturation. Third, this classification helps in identifying plants and understanding their reproductive strategies. Question 10. Describe the arrangement of floral members in relation to their insertion on thalamus. Answer. The floral members, including sepals, petals, stamens, and carpels, are inserted on the thalamus or floral receptacle. Second, in hypogynous flowers, the ovary is superior, and other parts arise below it, as in mustard. Third, in perigynous flowers, the ovary is partially enclosed by a cup-like structure called hypanthium, with other parts attached around the rim, as in plum. Fifth, the arrangement affects pollination efficiency and is an important morphological characteristic for classification. Here are 10 more important and thought-provoking questions from Morphology of Flowering Plants, questions that often appear in exams and truly test your conceptual clarity. Take a few moments to think about them carefully and try answering them in the comments section below. Your participation not only helps reinforce your own learning, but also supports other students pairing alongside you. And if you'd like the next audiobook to cover detailed explanations for these additional questions, let me know in the comments. Your feedback shapes the next lessons in this series. You've just completed listening to Chapter 5, Morphology of Flowering Plants, including NCERT, exercise solutions, and extra important questions here on BioDecode. I hope this audio helped you clearly understand the structural features of flowering plants, including roots, stems, leaves, flowers, inflorescence types, floral organs, placentation, and seed structures, and made it easier to visualize and remember these concepts. These concepts are foundational for the upcoming chapters on plant physiology and reproduction, and they will support your understanding of plant biology at a deeper level. So make sure to follow BioDecode and stay tuned for the next part of this NCERT biology audio series. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll meet you in the next audio lecture, NCERT Class 11. Biology, Chapter 6, Anatomy of Flowering Plants. And yes, students, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BioDecode for more NCERT audiobooks, quick revisions, and neat preparation guides. See you in the next audio.